play.
They didn't want the wrath of Marv on it.
Yeah, right. As he converts. And it's down to 17, so Blackman trying to chip away here and get back in this ball game. 18 fouls on Lebanon, 2 on Blackman. Here's McCarver in the backcourt. Goes all the way across to Logue. Logue works on Carter. Down low to Berger. Berger, middle lane jumper, no good, but he's fouled. And I believe they'll get Stevens.
It'll be Stevens' third foul as Berger turned around and found himself open. Great head fake. Paul Stevens recovered. Only the fouling.
Third on Stevens, third on Blackman. Berger to the line to shoot 2. 42-25, Lebanon by 17 with 3:29 to go here in the third quarter. And Berger's first toss in the air, good. Boy, he has improved his shot so much.
6 points on the night for Berger, as he's 1 of 2 from the free throw line tonight. Big Mac back in the ball game.
So McCaffrey in there with Berger. And Berger's second toss in the air and good as well. So Lebanon back up by 19, 44-25. Here's Brown in the backcourt, gives it to Bragg. Full court pressure by Lebanon. Not as intense as it was, though.
Almost a steal there by T-Logue.
Boy, it was. Bragg to Carter. Carter to Smith. He's open for 3, but he won't take it. Kicks in the corner to Barnes. Barnes guarded by Connor Berger. Drives the baseline. Kicks it back to Carter. McCarver all over him. And actually, Carter dribbled it off his foot. Collected by Smith. Back to Barnes. They're looking inside for DeJuan Brown, but Big Mac's got him blanketed. Carter works off the screen, and they'll call Johnson on a reach-in as they switched off. McCarver got picked off by Bragg, but followed the play, and Johnson stepped in to slow the progress.
Johnson's third foul on the night. I think it's an interesting stat to look at to say that Alex Carter, which lit us up over there with 8 threes, has only shot 3 shots all night long.
Carter's free throw is good. So
great defense there by the Blue Devils.
He's maximizing his opportunities.
Yeah, only 3 points tonight.
Well, Coach Kyle kind of figured that you got to really be open to shoot him, and if you're not open, you're not going to shoot him. If you don't shoot him, you can't hit him, so therefore everything's a cycle. Second free throw good. The lead down to 17. Here's Logan in the backcourt, guarded by Carter. Up ahead, steal by Bragg as he jumps in front of Connor Berger. Bounce pass up to Smith on the left wing. Back to Bragg. Top of the key. Shoots the 3. Bounces around. No good. There's Alex Johnson with a stout rebound. Here's McCarver. Is everybody in the front court. Now they'll trap in the back. McCarver blows by. Kicks in the corner to Logue. Out high to Johnson. Ball fake. In low to McCathern. Turnaround jumper. A little bit short, but Johnson follows it. He'll turn around and jump from the baseline. No good. McCathern with the board. Shot back. No good. Backside rebound by Brown. It dribbles out. It's taken away by Johnson. Kicks to Logue. Drives to baseline. And they'll call a block. I believe that might have been a makeup call.
Great drive by T-Logue there to take advantage of the open lane. So they caught Bragg with his third foul.
And Blake Bragg whistled for just the 4th team foul on Blackman here in the second half. So with 2:12 to go here in the third quarter, Lebanon will out of bounds on the baseline. McCarver, Logue, Berger, McCathern, and Johnson, the 5 on the floor for the Blue Devils as they lead 44-27. This has been a very enjoyable game to watch.
It has. You know, one thing we hadn't talked about much, and I'll get to it in a minute. Because they're fixing
I love it when you leave me hanging.
I know.
There's McCarver. Tries to go inbounds to Berger, but double team down there low. They knock it out of bounds with Lebanon.
Just going to talk about the bench over there for Coach Kyle. I got Jim McDowell, which played here. Great heritage to have somebody like that on the bench with you, a former Blue Devil, and has done an excellent job coaching for Lebanon.
There's McCarver, gets it to Berger from the right elbow, kicks it to Logue on the right wing, down low to McCathern, right side of that lane, kick back out to Terrence Logue to Berger, free throw line jumper, bounces around, no good. Johnson got a hand on it, tips it to McCathern, back to T-Logue. Terrence kicks it, and deflected out of bounds. And you know, the good thing about Jimmy McDowell, and Clyde and I had talked about this before, wasn't necessarily the best player when he started out, but worked and worked and worked and worked and got his way up to where...
I'm going to tell you, he was a great leader for us the year we went to the Final Four.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Top-notch person.
Here's T-Logue, drives He's cut off by Carter. Boy, that's a tough assignment for Carter. T-Logue has it taken away by Carter. Big Mac steps in. Almost could have drawn the foul, but didn't. Carter still spins around, goes down the middle of the lane. Short running jumper, no good. Backside rebound, tipped out. Controlled over there, far side. Kicked out this side to Vick for 3. No good. And Terrence Logue blocks out extremely well. That was Pitts, I'm sorry. And Logue able to take it away, give to McCarver. Here comes Lebanon. 1:11 to go here in the third quarter. Lebanon by 17, 44-27. Here's McCathern to Johnson. Johnson to McCarver. Out high to Berger, right side over to Logue. Patient offensive set this time by Lebanon. McCathern out high. Left side Berger. There they go. They find Logue cutting down the left side of the lane and a reach-in foul called. And it's either going to be Bowers or Carter. Bowers is first for the night. And I think Lebanon there in a motion offense is running cutters until they can find somebody for a layup. And they found Alex down there at time. Of course, it turned over to a foul. How many times has Alex Johnson made something happen on the offensive glass tonight? Oh, he's a springboard. Yeah. Here's McCarver to Berger in the corner. Thought about 3. Yes. Coach Kyle probably would have got on him about that one. But, boy, he can't hit that shot. Here's McCarver between the rings. He would have nailed it. He wouldn't. Yep. Berger out high to Johnson. Johnson to McCarver. McCarver guarded by Wallace. Kicks it to McCathern. Over to Logue. They're looking for cutters across the lane. Logue out high to Berger. Left side McCathern. 5-second count on. He's going to have to dribble, and he doesn't. And turnover gives it back to Blackman as Ken Walton checks back in, and Michael Edwards. And to the bench, Terrence Logue and T-Logue. Yeah. I think if it's any negative at all right here in the third quarter for Lebanon, it will be the only one, is that we got 6 turnovers there just by trying to force a few things. Here's Bragg on the right side, guarded by Johnson. Looks for a kicker. Nowhere to go. Barnes tries to pop out. Now Bragg will bounce it out. It should be a 5-second call right there. Almost. Barnes with a 3. Off the front of the iron. No good. Long rebound. Johnson up ahead to Walton. At the buzzer. Oh, my goodness. That almost went in. So your score at the end of 3. 11-44. Blackman 27. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Fantastic ball game up to this point. If you're a Lebanon fan, probably not so hot if you're a Blackman fan. And coaches both. Speaking of hot, Blackman still just 21% on the night on the shooting range. Boy, McCarver, that little mid-range jumper, so deadly. He doesn't have to shoot the threes or the free throws. He's deadly from all over the court, and it's back up to 19 at 46-27. Up ahead, here's Barnes in the front court, drives on Berger. Boy, Connor cut him off. He tries to go inside, and Edwards with backside help as well. So Berger with the body, Edwards with the block. And here comes McCarver the other way. Top of the key, 46-27, just underway here in the fourth quarter. Over to Berger. Berger to Walton. Looking down low, instead go to Edwards. A reach across that time by Matt Pitts. Pitts to the other end, and Edwards trails but can't block it. And the layup is good. 46-29. Blackman trying to come back. But frankly, at this point, I think Lebanon could probably not score the rest of the game and still pull this one out. We'll have to wait and see. Wallace fouled that time, his second foul. Let's see. Farmer tries to bring it up the floor. 29 points in 3 quarters in a minute and 17 points in 7 minutes. I don't know. Something drastic would have to happen. It would take a miracle, but I've said that before, so I won't again. They were 3 of 11 in the third quarter. Here's Walton between a triple team, throws it away. Carter takes it, and Johnson almost returns the favor. Wow, and Alex Johnson with great body control that time, and I think he caught his wrist on that wall. He could have really taken out that Blackman cheerleader squad. He did a great job there. That shows the kind of gentleman he is. Absolutely. Boy, and they're jockeying for position. Carter comes out to take the ball, moves across the lane. He's just driving on McCarver. McCarver not wanting to commit the foul as Lebanon's in the double bonus and put Carter at the line, so he makes him earn it. Here's McCarver in the front court. Cut off, kicks to Johnson in the corner. All the way across to Berger. Right side, Walton wide open for 3. But time more of a factor here for Lebanon. Great patience of mind, presence of mind there for Ken Walton to try to not force that thing up right then. Boy, McCarver was triple teamed, and Stevens grabbed it from behind, and Stevens and Johnson with a little belly bumping right there. I believe Alex Johnson will be called for this foul here. That's his 4th foul as
O'Keefe came in, and of course Paul just stayed there on the ground, had his hands up, and he didn't elevate like he'd like to. And of course he was able to block it from the ground. And Johnson tried to make something happen by tapping that ball from behind, and got called for the foul.
Well, if you're Blackman, got to be frustrated at this point. Not a great night shooting. Defense all over the place. Big home crowd for Lebanon here on a Friday night. It's 28 degrees outside, 98 in here. You throw all that stuff together. You know this is going to be filmed by Bryan Productions. You're going to be caught on television tomorrow. I mean, it's just frustrating, I'm sure.
I agree with you 100%, Marv.
I love to throw it at you when you're writing.
Yeah.
Because that way you just agree with me.
Oh, yeah. You get what you want that way. Coach Kyle here has got to, wants to get his guys. They're kind of in between right here. They're up 15. You know, he wants them to close it on out. So, like the turnovers we talked about a while ago, that frustrates him, I'm sure. That little deal right there with the foul frustrates him. Having to put Johnson on the bench with 4 is not a great thing. So, he don't want this thing to even get close.
Stevens free throw up and good. So Blackman trying to get this thing manageable, and they've got it down to 14 with 6.5 to go in the ball game. Stevens with 1 free throw to go. Second free throw up and good. So Blackman is the closest they've been in a while as they cut it down to 13.
Paul Stevens, good-sized young man, postman, only has scored from the from the free throw line tonight with 5.
Boy, he's one of those shooters too, Coach. I've seen him in the past. Here's Walton, takes the inbounds, gets it back to Smith. Walton, Smith, Logue, Berger, and Edwards, your 5 on the floor for 11. And here's Smith, triple team. No place to go and has to call timeout and does so with 6:21 to go in the ball game. 11-46. Blackman 33. We'll be back in 30 seconds. And the place is rocking, and Lebanon leads 46-33, trying to pull off the 2-game sweep. The Lebanon girls won earlier 46-39. Huge win for Coach Brown and the gang. Coach Kyle trying to follow that up with a win here as well in the nightcap. Walton works out front. Walton, Smith, Logue, McCathern, and Berger, your 5 on the floor after that timeout. T. Logue works on the right wing. Cut off over there by Smith. Goes down low to McCathern. McCathern working on Stevens. Boy, Stevens bodying him up. Deflected away, but recovered by Xavier Smith. He'll work on the right side. Back out to T. Logue. Swings left side, Walton. McCathern pops out high, but Walton can't get it to him. Walton drives baseline. Cut off. Kicks it to McCathern. Back to Logue. And he'll set it back up. Here's Walton, left wing. Guarded by Bowers. That's a good matchup. Boy, McCathern with a solid screen. Walton rolls all the way across. And one of the most unusual plays in the world, the ball gets wedged between the rim and the backboard. Gotta love it.
Gotta love it. Call the foul on Bowers, his second.
Justin Bowers, that's just the 7th team foul, but that will put him over the bonus. And that might have said in the act of shooting, but anyway, he'll go to the line. It might be the 1-and-1. 46-33, Lebanon by 13, 5:37 to go here in the ball game. Ken Walton at the line. One of 5 seniors on this club. First toss up and good. Boy, and Lebanon is probably going to have to hit the free throws down the stretch to hold off Blackman, because Blackman is really starting to make a run here. This is the closest they've been in a while. Second toss by Walton up and good. So the lead goes back to 15 at 48-33. Here comes McCarver back in the game and Walton to the bench. So Logue, McCathern, Berger, McCarver, and Smith, your 5 for Lebanon. Stevens, Smith, Barnes, Carter, and Bragg on the floor for Blackman. Here's Bragg working on the left side, cut off by Taylor. He dribbles between the rings. Kicks right side to Smith, and they'll set it up. Bragg pops out left side, guarded by Terrence Logue. Out to Barnes, fakes the 3, almost walk, moves to the middle lane. Short jumper, no good. Long rebound control by Carter. Top of the key 3. No good. McCathern had it momentarily, but Stevens with the rebound to put back in the foul. So Matt Stevens starting to muscle his way to that glass now, Coach, and this could be a huge trip right here as they can get it back to 12 with this free throw right here.
Exactly, Marv, as Connor Berger picks up his 4th foul. And they're going to the glass. And again, you don't want them to get it inside of 10. if you can help that, that kind of makes things challenge a little bit.
Boy, and that was tough as Berger went for the rebound, and Blake Bragg tried to muscle him with the shoulder. Stevens missed the free throw. So instead of having it down to 12, they'll send Lebanon to the other end to maybe try to bump it back up to at least 15.
And now Bragg goes out and sets down with his